Good morning, students. I am Balinder Singh. Today, we will discuss about the chapter of history, lesson number 2, New Kings and Kingdoms. The title of a man who rules a country. A king is usually the son or choose relative of the former rulers. Understand, dear students? Whatever I taught you, it means जो राजा होता है वो वर्तमान राजा का पुत्र ही राजा बनता है या उसका सगा संबंधी राजा बनता है। यानी कि जो किंग है एक टाइटल है। आई होप यू ऑल अंडरस्टैंड। नाउ वी मूव टू नेक्स्ट वन। नेक्स्ट स्टेप इज किंगडम्स। A country that is ruled by a king or queen. Understand, dear students, this definition, whatever I taught you. It means एक देश जिस पर किसी रानी का या किसी राजा का शासन होता है उसको बोलते हैं किंगडम। Now we move to next one. Next step is the emergence of new dynasties. As Samants gained power and wealth, they declared themselves to be Mahasamanta, Mahamandaleswara, and so on. Sometime they asserted their independence from their overlords. One such instance was that of the Rashtrakutas in the Deccan. Understood, dear students? Whatever I told you, its meaning. सामंतों ने बहुत शक्ति और धन प्राप्त कर लिया था और उन्होंने अपने आप को महासामंत या फिर महामंडलेश्वर घोषित कर लिया था और कई बार तो वो अपने स्वामी से स्वतंत्र होने का दावा भी करते थे। इनमें से एक का उदाहरण है राष्ट्रकूटाज जो डेक्कन के अंदर हुआ। नाउ वी मूव टू नेक्स्ट वन। नेक्स्ट स्टेप इज एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन इन द किंगडम। किंग्स शेयर्ड these administrative powers with Samants, Brahmans, traders, and associations of peasants, cattle keepers, artisans, and all those who produce something had to pay taxes or rent, and traders had to pay revenue. Understood, dear students? I hope you all understand. Next step is how did the Rashtrakutas become powerful? The Rashtrakutas in the Deccan were the subordinate to the Chalukya of Karnataka. It was during the 18th century when Damti Durga, a Rashtrakuta chief, overthrew his Chalukya overlord and performed a ritual called Hiranyagriha with the help of Brahmins. Understood, dear students? Whatever I taught you, I hope you all understand. Now we move to next one. Next step is the activities associated with Chola temples. The Chola temple were the new of settlements growing around them, which included centers of craft production. Temples were also endowed with land by rulers as well as by others. The produce of land was used for maintenance of the priests, garland makers, cooks, sweepers, and musicians, dancers who were associated with the temples and used to work for them. Hence, temples were not simply the place of worship, they were also the hub of economics, social, and cultural life as well. Understood, dear students? I hope you all understand. Now we move to next one. Next step is three-party struggle. The Rashtrakutas ruled over the Deccan region of India. The struggle for control over Kannauj among these three dynasties is known as three-party struggle. In Indian history, both Dharmpala the Pal king and Pratihara king was Raja clashed against each other for Kannauj, but his control over Kannauj was temporary. Understood, dear students? Whatever I taught you. थ्री पार्टी स्ट्रगल जो था वो तीन राजवंशों के बीच में संघर्ष था। इसमें पाल राजवंश और वत्स राजवंश, गुर्जर प्रतिहारा राजवंश, ये सारे के सारे कन्नौज का जो क्षेत्र था बहुत ही समृद्ध क्षेत्र था, उसको प्राप्त करना चाहते थे और इन्होंने प्रयास भी किया, लेकिन ये लंबे समय तक इनमें से कोई भी उस पर अपना कंट्रोल स्थापित नहीं कर पाया था। Now we move to next one. Next step is, what did the new dynasties do to gain experience? To gain experience, the new dynasties took on new titles and performed religious rituals to become a part of Kshatriya. They were regarded as the subordinates or servants by their overlord, and later declared themselves to be Maha Samanta after gaining power and wealth. Understood, dear students? I hope you all understand. Now we move to next one. Next step is irrigation in Chol's dynasty. The irrigation system during Chol's rule was much improved. A variety of methods were applied for it. Many wells were dug, huge tanks were constructed to collect water. The kings themselves took interest in arranging labor and resources, and extension planning was done. Understood, dear students? Whatever I taught you, it means चोल राजाओं ने अपने शासन के दौरान सिंचाई प्रणाली में बहुत सुधार किया। उन्होंने कई प्रकार के तरीके सिंचाई को बढ़ावा देने के लिए अपनाए। उन्होंने कई कुओं की खुदाई कराई, बड़े बड़े टैंक का निर्माण किया ताकि पानी को इकट्ठा किया जा सके, और उन्होंने स्वयं इसमें इंटरेस्ट लिया और स्वयं ही लेबर का इंतज़ाम किया, संसाधनों का इंतज़ाम किया और पूरी प्लान तैयार किया। Now we move to next one. Our next step is, what do you know about the Cholas administration? The Cholas empire had been divided into administration units, namely the central government, the local government, and the provincial government. The administration was provided by the king resided. The empire Cholas was divided into 9 provinces and was also called mandalams. The province's head was appointed viceroy. Understood, dear students? I hope you all understand. So, dear students, it's all about this chapter, New Kings and Kingdoms. I hope you all understood the content clearly. Thanks and have a nice day.